Hi everyone, welcome to this week's reading, and this is for the week of March 13th to the 19th, and I'm going to start with the astrology. So with the astrology for this week, the sun will be around 22 degrees of Pisces, and we're actually getting not too far away from Aries season, so about a week or so until the sun moves into Aries. And we start the week with just coming off the full moon in Virgo, so that was quite a beautiful full moon, a little bit intense. Some people may have had trouble sleeping under this full moon, and if you're in America you may still be feeling that energy very strongly, but it was quite a good full moon. It was a moon where you could manifest things and work on sort of improving yourself, because Virgo is all about improvement, improving your life in some way. It was making a trine with Pluto, so there was something there where you could look at what you wanted to manifest, but also what needs improvement in your life, and in a practical sense, because Virgo is very practical. So you may have been doing something, especially if you're very earthy, just around this full moon period, you may have been doing something to improve the material side of your life, or the practical side, the practical needs of your life or your home life. So this week we've got a few things to mention. Tuesday the 14th, Mercury, the planet of communication and short distance travel, goes into the sign of Aries. So when Mercury moves into Aries, it's quite a bold energy for communication, and I would say, if you are quite fiery in your natal charts, if you're a Leo, Sagittarius or an Aries, you might feel a little bit impatient coming into this Mercury moving into the sign of Aries. So just be careful with that, like things, that are petty things, getting impatient or frustrated over small things can happen, like waiting in lines, or, being impatient with people, not wanting to wait around for things. So, and if, you have been waiting for something and you haven't been getting an answer on something, well, when Mercury goes into Aries on the 14th this week, you may feel really agitated. So just, take a few deep breaths with that one, I would say, because it can make you feel quite irritable. But on the positive side, it can actually mean that you get a lot more done. So yeah, there's that as well. So it could be because you're not willing to sort of wait as much as you were before. You sort of just want to dive into things. So that's the positive side of Mercury going into Aries. Now, it goes into Aries until the 1st of April, so that's how long the influence lasts. Wednesday, we've got a bit of a testing, transit with the Sun in Pisces conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. So that happens at 24 degrees of Pisces. If you have 24 degrees of Pisces in your astrology chart, just be mindful on Wednesday that you may be feeling a little bit emotionally wounded, or a bit upset, or just not happy with things. On the positive side, it's good for people that have around 24 degrees of Scorpio or Cancer in their chart, because it will make a trine aspect. Now that said, there might be still something that comes up that needs healing for you guys, for the Scorpios and Cancerians, but it will be something that you can see the answer to a little bit more clearly, or that works out with more of a flow. It is a bit more testing for the Pisces and the Virgo people that have 24 degrees of those placements. And also, that said, it would also be difficult for anyone with 24 degrees of Sagittarius or Gemini. So that would be, if that's your sun sign, that would be late born Sagittarius, late born Geminis and Virgos that could be testing on Wednesday this week. Just another thing I wanted to mention is that coming up, now it's not coming up this week, but I want to give everyone a heads up because it's important. Saturn actually goes retrograde, so it starts to move backwards from the 27th of April through to late August. Now, if you are a Sagittarian, because Saturn is in your sign, or if you are a Capricorn, because Saturn rules your sign in particular, and you want to start something new or make a big change in your life, now is the time to really, look at putting steps in place to improve your life. If you want to start a business, or you want to make a house move, or you want to start something big, or a big change, or make it a big purchase even, waiting till after the 27th of April is not going to be the best energy for it. You could still do it, but it's just going to be a bit more hard work. So that's for, in particular, Sagittarius and Capricorns. So if you want to start something new, I would say start planting the seeds now before the 27th of April, because from that period through till late August, it's going to be harder to push things forward because of Saturn retrograde, okay? So that is pretty much what I wanted to mention with the astrology, I think. Let's see what else. Yeah, Mars is from 2 to 6 degrees of Taurus, so early Taurians will be feeling a bit of a push forward at the moment this week But do watch for, you know, early Tauruses and early Scorpios. Do watch for tension with other people, because when Mars is in your sign or opposing a sign, it can bring up flare-ups in arguments with others, or, you know, even if you're rushing, you can hurt yourself. I mean, with Mars in Taurus, you're less likely to be rushing, but then again, Mercury is going to be in Aries, so you could be. So just take care with yourself, and also with relating to other people, because you don't want to be coming on too strong with people around this energy. So the cards that I'm using today are the Mythic Tarot. I'm just going to pick 3 cards for the week from this deck. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. That's a good card. Really want to get that one. Oh, the Nine of Cups. Wow, that's a really good card. Okay, so I'm just going to pack these away so they're not in the way. And I'll just say, if you would like a personal reading from me, go to the links below to my online store. You can book an astrology chart reading, tarot reading, psychic reading. I do all sorts of different readings, and you can read from lots of customer reviews from other people that have had readings with me. Alright, so by the way, I have a new camera, so yay, but hopefully it's coming out all clear. I haven't worked out the settings yet, so I'm just going with the flow. King of Wands. So that represents a very fiery energy, which is interesting because we do have Mercury going into Aries this week. But it could represent you or somebody in your life, and it's somebody who wants to take charge and improve their life. There's a very strong emphasis, I feel, on the word improvement, and that also relates just coming off the full moon in Virgo. So it looks like you want change in your life, but this week there is some positive developments here. The Wheel of Fortune card. You know, they always say with this card, it's a very typical saying, what goes up must come down, and vice versa. So if you have been struggling for a long time, this week could see an improvement in your situation in some area of your life, and it could be quite in an emotional sense, because we have the Nine of Cups here. So that's the card of some kind of wish fulfillment this week, so it's looking positive for a lot of people. I'm just going to see if there's any other messages here. What I heard just then actually was things are better than what you realize they are. So if you have been feeling a bit pessimistic or a bit down, I've mentioned this before, that, you know, looking around you and being grateful for what you've got is a very good step in opening up to more abundance in your life. So that was just another extra message that came in. If you're always pessimistic, or you're always hesitant, always worrying, and you're not taking action, well, then you keep yourself stuck in repetitive patterns. But this card, these 2 cards in particular, are showing like an end of a feeling of a period of being a little bit stuck, and some kind of forward momentum this weekend. It's actually very, very positive with this card. It shows that a wish is being fulfilled, or something that you want is coming to fruition this week. So those are the cards. I'm actually going to pull an extra card from a new deck that I received, which is such a great deck. I don't know if you can see it fully there. Not quite, let's see. It's the Eternal Crystals Oracle cards by Jade Sky, who's an Australian psychic medium. And I'm just going to pull one card for everybody from this deck. It's absolutely beautiful. I did pull a card on my Facebook page and Instagram. Oh, this one's really popping out. Let's see what it says. Oh, wow. How about that? The chakra is all about manifestation. So it's self-confidence. It's the carnelian crystal, but it's the root and sacral chakras that are mentioned here. So it's all about manifestation and being grounded on the earth plane, so that you can manifest. If you're too much in your head and you're sort of all scattered and overthinking and overanalyzing all the time, and you're not grounded in reality and sort of have a good foundation with your energetic body in reality, then you can feel very scattered and pulled in a million different directions. The more you ground yourself, the more confidence you have. And so doing a grounding meditation this week could be helpful for a lot of people. But also I'm getting the word manifestation, so that's definitely a word for the week. So it's time to manifest what you want. Have a great week, everybody, and thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.